All right, thank you. Welcome everybody to the July 10th special meeting of the North St. Paul Planning Commission. Roll call, looks like we have, well, I guess I'll take actual roll call. Commissioner Alvarez. Here. Commissioner Kane Burback.
Here.
Commissioner Gadboy.
Here. Commissioner
Muick.
Here.
And Commissioner Rothy.
Here.
Commissioner Chair Blease and Vice Chair Wise are unavailable this evening, so we do have a quorum. Staff liaisons, myself, Riley Graham, is the Community Development Director for the city. So we'll look to motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
I move we so adopt.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes 5-0, correct. All right, approval of the minutes for June 6, 2024. Looking for a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the June 6 meeting minutes.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Otherwise, all those in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Next item is meeting open to the public. If anybody from the public would like to approach and comment on anything that is not on the Planning Commission agenda this evening, please feel free. Going once, going twice. Nobody here. Okay, thank you very much. We have no public hearings tonight. The next item is commission business, action items, and recommendations. Item A is recommend approval of the Delaware Place final plat and final planned unit development. We are here this evening to discuss the property at 2329 17th Avenue. The applicant is Andrus Built LLC, and they have requested a final plat and final planned unit development for a new project located at this site. A little bit of the background. The subject site, which is located at the corner of 17th Avenue and Delaware Avenue, is approximately a 2.43 acre parcel, which is located on a former church site that was demolished in 2009. The city had been the owner of the site since 2010, and the city did issue an RFP for development proposals in the spring of 2023. The city received 3 proposals, which were reviewed by the city council in August and again in December 2023, and at that time the city council requested that the Planning Commission review the top 2, and further on at the January 4th, 2024 meeting, the applicant presented the concept plan to the Planning Commission, which was selected. And so the applicant is proposing a development approximately 1 acre of the site with 10 townhome units. 4 of the lots will front Delaware Avenue and 6 will front 17th Avenue East. The remaining approximately 1.5 acres is proposed to remain as open space for stormwater and recreation benefits for the citizens or for the residents of the development. Based on the Planning Commission's review, and the City Council selected Doug Andrus and the Andrus Build LLC to develop the site at their January 16th, 2024 meeting. And then on March 19th, 2024, the City Council approved the contract for private development and sale to the Andrus Built LLC organization. So as you know, the Planning Commission did review the preliminary plat and preliminary PUD back on May 2nd. Staff also reviewed the proposal against the PUD eligibility requirements and approval criteria. All of that information is in your staff, Planning Commission packet here this evening. A couple notes that I wanted to just comment on, since we did get some feedback from some citizens. Park dedication fees are totaling $9,000. That's $900 for each unit, and that will be included in the development agreement, or some call it the contract for development. And then we did find one point of clarification in our packet this evening under, I believe it's on page 10 of your packet, under the clarification, general PUD requirements and standards, C3A. The reference should note that it's a mixture of townhomes proposed on the parcel, not purely open space, so that was an error on our part. But other than that, everything looks good, and staff is recommending the action here this evening. The requested subdivision will divide the existing about 2.4 acre parcel into 10 development lots and 1 outlot, again containing that stormwater pond and open space. And the proposed subdivision does comply with Chapter 153 of the Code of Ordinances, which regulates subdivision of land. So for tonight, we do recommend, we being city staff, recommends that the Planning Commission review the final plat and final PUD analysis in your packet this evening, and a motion to recommend approval of the final plat and final PUD of the Delaware Place development to the North St. Paul City Council, who will review and give final approval at the regular meeting on July 16th next week. And with that, we'll be happy to answer any questions from the Planning Commission members at this time. One of the applicant's partners, Tracy Luther, is here this evening. Doug was unfortunately unable to attend. But Mr. Luther can help answer any specific questions that Planning Commission members may have.
Are there any changes from where we were at before?
Based on the review that I saw, there are no changes that I saw.
I've got nothing, I've got no other questions to ask. I mean, unless you uncovered something when you guys were doing the ground digging and obviously doing the environmental stuff where it's gonna change what you do in foundations. That's the only variation that I saw. Right?
That's right. We own everything under the ground, so.
Well, then we do hope you find gold.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Same layouts and so on,
Mhm.
except they will not have basements
Yeah.
due to the watershed district
Yep.
and so on.
Yep.
But everything should go good otherwise.
Mhm.
We don't know where we're gonna get rid of some of the dirt, but other than that, we're good.
Sprinklers, did you run into any issues with where those are gonna be or where they're at compared to where the building is?
Mm-mm.
Nothing?
I'm just curious, not that it's going to influence my vote any, but why would the water district not allow basements or not want basements?
I think the water table is relatively high there. I think that's their only reason for that. Yeah,
Okay.
right, which will help mitigate some of those
Yeah,
issues,
yeah.
but,
But,
yeah.
yeah, it's just, it's the watershed district,
Yep.
and they tell us where the level of
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
point, to do that, it would be, we don't wanna put the houses on stilts.
No,
Or pontoons,
or pontoons, yeah.
Was the original proposal to have basements?
yes.
It was, wasn't it? That was, because there was all that,
Soil correction issue,
right,
and now that they're all done, the spot where the church had a basement,
right,
that's where the biggest problem is the church basement got
Right.
filled with. The rest of the site's pretty good, it's
Yeah.
2 feet. The church basement site has, I don't remember, 8.5 feet of not great soil.
yeah. And not that it matters at all in the realm of this, I'm just curious, are you doing slabs with footings or monolithic slabs? Or are you doing frost protected?
Slabs with footings, but reinforced with rebar and,
So you're still gonna have to dig down
Yeah.
48 inches and do the, okay,
no, we're going, yeah, it's gonna be
okay,
footings and, or the engineers are figuring out how much rebar and how far apart. and so
Sure.
on, So these things,
yep,
we don't have to go too deep.
No.
right, right,
We're hoping to not remove all the soil, obviously the footing soil, but
right,
they can
interesting,
structurally develop
yeah,
the concrete to hold it, which they will.
not find too much stuff buried under there when they did the,
No,
they do that a
there's
ton.
really, no, they haven't found any, it's not asphalt and things like
Yeah.
that. Wherever the dirt came from,
right,
Oil drums or
there's none of that. It's just
gas tanks or anything.
where it was removed, and as you, well, may know, you catch it, dirt now has to be actually certified before you can do anything. At that time, I don't know if that was the case.
Probably not back then.
Yes, and I don't know, the church body itself tore it down, I don't know who filled the hole.
Sounds good.
from the top.
It does.
Other than that, I don't have any other questions. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Looking for a motion.
So this evening, we'll be looking for a motion to recommend approval of the Delaware Place final plat and final PUD to the city council.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Our last item is reports, so let's start with Commissioner Kane Burback.
Nothing from me.
Commissioner Muick,
Nothing from me.
Commissioner Gadboy, Commissioner Rothy, Commissioner Alvarez.
I have no report, sir.
Excellent. I have no reports either, so last item is adjournment. Our next regular scheduled meeting of the Planning Commission will be August 1st, 2024. So look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, non-debatable. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned at 5:27.
5:27.